Hi everyone, I'm Pratik, a dentist and a specialty doctor. In this video, I'm going to talk through some useful apps, software and websites that you can use as a dental student to maximize your productivity during university. These aren't dentistry specific, but they're extremely useful in general productivity and you can access them from essentially any device. Just before we go on, make sure to check Exam & Dental, which will help maximize your revision and prepare you for exams. You can try for free at examanddental.com. Before I talk through the apps and websites that I recommend, it's important to highlight that there's no sponsorship here. These are purely apps and websites that I have used myself that I find extremely beneficial for productivity, and I highly recommend them. So let's talk about some of these productivity apps and websites. The first one that I want to talk about is Canva. A lot of people may have heard about Canva, but Canva is a graphic design platform that can be accessed for free. You can create a whole range of graphics that can be used for posters, for presentations, for social media. One of the big things that I really like about Canva is how easy it is to use. All the graphics that I create for my YouTube account, for my websites, for Exam & Dental for example, are all done through Canva. It's so simple to use, the learning curve isn't steep at all, so that means that even if you're not a fan of technology, you can still go onto Canva and create really unique graphics really easily. They have a huge range of freely available graphics and images that you can use, but you can also upload your own to really make them unique. There are also lots of free templates that you can use there, and you can download and print lots of your images. Like I said, I'm a huge fan of Canva and I use it for most of my work. It even saves all of your graphics on a free account, so you can always go back, edit them or reuse them if you want to. Of course, you can upgrade to a paid account and that gives you access to a whole raft of other features. But even with a free account, you can do so much with Canva that in your dental school life, it will be extremely useful. My next app to recommend is Notion. Now you could do an entire video on Notion. There's so many people that recommend it and so many people that use it. In fact, all of my content creation, including these video scripts, are done on Notion. You'll also probably be aware of some big YouTubers such as Ali Abdaal and Elizabeth Phillips, who are huge advocates of using Notion. I think one of the biggest things about Notion is that it can be anything you want it to be. It is so flexible in how you use it. It could be a place that you write notes. It could be a place you track your assignments. It could be a place that you create a task list and that you work through your reminders. It can even be used to make databases. There's just so much you can do with Notion. It's got an extremely clean design that's really easy to navigate, and you can even link your pages to each other so you can create an entire ecosystem for all your revision content and learning resources. Some people might say it's not the best note-taking software, there are better ones out there, and that may be the case. But the thing that makes Notion so helpful is that you can integrate everything. So everything is linked together, or all your content is together in one place and works seamlessly. Again, Notion is completely free, so if you haven't tried it already, go and register an account, download it, or even use it online and see what you think of it. The next app I would recommend is Todoist. Similar to Notion, you can do a lot with Todoist, but the thing that I would probably recommend using it for is to track assignments and important dates. It's got a really clean and simple design that will keep you on task. Any upcoming deadlines, any assignment dates, they'll be really obvious that they're about to come up. It is quite a minimalist app, but it has so much value in that minimalism. It's simple and to the point. There is a paid version, but the free version has enough features to keep you going as a student, particularly for tracking assignments and goals. You can create lots of different lists, for example, one for exams, one for assignments, and you can track your important dates. You can even share these with groups, so if you're doing a group project, you might want to share your lists with other colleagues. There are other little features like prioritizing tasks, color coding tasks, so again, you can keep track of things really effectively and in a very aesthetically pleasing way. A lot of the work that I do, I prefer to have lots of color with it, so on Todoist, where you can color code things, it makes it so much easier to see the obvious things that you want to see. The next app is the Microsoft Lens app. Now this is a phenomenal app for anyone on iOS or Android. It's completely free and it lets you capture any diagrams, any graphics directly from your phone and then convert them into formats that you can then edit. This includes into PDF, Word or PowerPoint files. Even anything handwritten can be recognized and converted into a file that you can then go and edit. It's absolutely amazing what you can do with Microsoft Lens. If you're in a lecture and the lecturer draws a diagram, you can take a picture of this diagram and convert it to a PowerPoint file. This will then convert the diagram into lines and shapes that you can then go and edit later on. You can store the data on your phone or you can convert it onto OneDrive, and then you can access everything later on. So this is great if you've got lecture notes that you want to convert into PowerPoint or Word documents. I found it particularly useful for diagrams to convert hand-drawn diagrams into computer-generated ones so that I can use them in my assignments. So that's Microsoft Lens, something that again I would really highly recommend. And the last one that I'm going to recommend in this video is PDFsam. So PDFsam is a great free app that you can download to do whatever you want with PDFs. You can merge PDFs, split them, mix them up. So this is extremely helpful when it comes to lecture notes. I've used it when I've had lecture notes where I want to remove certain PDF pages or combine certain notes together. But I've also used it for assignments where I have multiple documents that I want to merge together into one PDF. It's really straightforward to use, and the interface, again, like many of these, is really clean and simple to understand. Again, there are paid versions that you can do a little bit more with, but the free version has enough features that I think most students would want. So I hope that's covered some very useful apps and websites for you to try. I highly recommend all of them. Canva is excellent for graphic design, for anything on your assignments, on coursework where you want some graphics, you can just simply create them on Canva. Things like Notion and Todoist are so helpful with managing deadlines, goals, for note-taking, for keeping record of your learning content. Particularly Notion, I can't emphasize how useful a bit of software it actually is. Then you've got things like Microsoft Lens where it can convert your handwritten content into computer content, and then you can edit these in your Word and PowerPoint files. And then finally, something like PDFsam, which just makes productivity that bit easier. I hope you found this video useful, and I hope that you find these bits of kit extremely helpful for your productivity. If you have any other suggestions of things that you find useful for productivity, then let me know in the comments below. If you did find this video useful, please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And until the next video, take care.